welcome back to my channel. That's always my freaking intro. Hello, I am here in my backyard, which is not gonna be my backyard for much longer. I'm really sad about that. To those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Dan and I are actually moving to Nashville, Tennessee on September 12th, which is bananas. And I should have a video up by this point. I think I released it like a week or two ago, called Why I'm Moving to Nashville. And if you're curious, if you want to know why, if you're really confused and you want to know why, go watch that video. I'm gonna link that down below because I was really open. Shall I use the word vulnerable in that video? I was really vulnerable in that video and talked about, yeah, just why we're going and all of the reasons, because it's very complex and there's a lot of things to it. So I'm gonna have that link down below, but this is going to be my last favorites ever filmed in this backyard. And so obviously, guys, for my first favorite, my August favorite is my house. I'm really sad to see this go. I'm really sad to see the lake go. But I'm also really excited for a new chapter to start. It feels, when people call it a chapter in life, I feel like that's really appropriate because that's what it feels like is going on right now. Like I'm closing a chapter. And it's sad because that chapter was awesome and great. But, you know, it's also really exciting because a new chapter means like new, exciting, fun things on the horizon, maybe some trials and tribulations. I know there'll be trials and tribulations. We can take them on together, but it's also, it's bittersweet. That's the best way to word it. I'm just excited, and I have a lot of things to share with you guys this month for my favorites video. I know I'm not like the most regular favorites person ever. It's always hard for me to do it super regularly, but I do have things that I'm excited to share with you. Not much beauty, random things, just a spoiler alert, but these are all things that I've really been loving. So I'm opening up my phone because I'm trying to decide the order that I want to go in things. You know what, we're gonna start with a food favorite because this favorite has been such a favorite. Favorite doesn't even like summarize the word that I'm feeling around this word, and that is this cashew milk ice cream. Now, I have become even more of a fake vegan this last month. I hate to say that I watched the What the Health documentary and that changed my mind because, guys, I've been on this like pseudo-vegan bandwagon for like 8 years, and I feel like that's the documentary that's changed everyone's mind. But it was a nice reminder. So this is kind of a side note. I feel like I always have a really hard time not going on to tangents. I really think that most things people consume, read, listen to is propaganda. Like propaganda is just material to consume that furthers a belief, right? And I know that there's a lot of counter arguments to veganism and vegetarianism. I've done a lot of studying and research into a lot of those other lifestyles, other ways of eating. And I actually think a lot of them have really good points. And a lot of people have tried to debunk a lot of these studies that have been done to really, I guess, elevate or promote the vegan diet. And I get what they're saying, but I think a lot of life is just like looking around, gathering education as you go, and then making the best decision that you can, that you think is right for your life at that time. Point being, after watching that documentary and refilling my mind with that propaganda, I like that stuff. Like the vegan, vegetarian, more plant-based lifestyle in general just kind of like vibes with me more. It makes me happier. I actually think it makes Dan happier when we're eating that way more. Part of that is just because when I'm eating more that way, I'm more inspired to cook. So aside from this ice cream, really just upping the amount of plants that I eat, which you guys know I've always eaten a lot of plants in my life though in general, upping the amount has been a favorite as well. But that being said, I have wanted treats, and this, guys, this dairy-free ice cream, like Dan, literally, he can hardly handle how good it is. Like he eats this and he's like, what the heck is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's junk food, but there's no dairy in it. So I love it. If you are looking, if you're lactose intolerant or you're dipping your toes into the vegan lifestyle or just trying to cut dairy, I highly recommend this ice cream so much. One of you guys in the comments recommended the snickerdoodle flavor, and I have to be honest, we tried that flavor because of your comment and we didn't like it as much. Sorry guys, but I love this flavor so much. What's it called? Like caramel cluster, whatever. Literally so good. run to the store and try it. I'll just stick on food since I've clearly been on a food hype this month. I mean, you guys have seen how many food videos I've been putting out, and I think I'm gonna just keep putting out lots of food videos if you guys like them, because I love making food. It feels like this really great combination of like art and purpose, and I love that so much because it's an art, it's so enjoyable, but then I feel like it's really purposeful for like my health, your health, like we're feeding ourselves, we obviously have to eat to live. So anyways, whatever, I'm gonna go on to my next food favorite. My next food favorite is actually a company that sent me their products this month. I talked about this over in my vlog channel, and it is called Blend It Yourself, or BIY, from a company called Juice Generation, I think. So basically what these smoothies, well, what these cups are smoothie blends. So when you open it up, it comes in a freezer pack. You stick it in the freezer, obviously to stay frozen, and when you want to blend that smoothie, you pull it out, take the lid off, and inside are all of the raw ingredients. So whether it's like avocado, it's not all vegan, like honey, strawberries, whatever is in the smoothie, it's all in there in its whole form. You dump that into your blender, add your liquid of choice, and then what makes it even cooler is the packaging is reusable. And I couldn't figure this out when I got it. I was like, why is there a hole in the lid of this cup? And I realized, oh my gosh, that's for a straw. So you blend it in the blender, then you pour it back into the little container cup, put the lid on top, poke the straw through the top, and you have a smoothie to go. And honestly, even though making smoothies is not hard in the first place, I loved having these smoothies all month because they were different smoothies than what I normally make. They took zero thought. They were so easy, and I just really love this. So if you're someone who's wanting to try different smoothies or just dipping your toes into the smoothie world, I would highly recommend checking this site out. So I will have that as well as everything I'm talking about linked down below. Yo. So my next favorite of the month was actually an experience. I feel like this whole video is like a giant push to my vlog channel, but I just wanted to tell you guys about it. So part of my move to Nashville, I keep equating this whole move to Nashville as like a big pie. I talked about it in the moving video, and there's different slices, and you know, each slice is a reason. And that was a really dumb analogy, but you get what I'm saying. One of the slices, or the reasons that I'm moving, is because of music. I am really excited to be around so much music, especially in such a small space. I talked about that a lot. But one of the things that I did recently, speaking of music, and it was so cool and so symbolic for me, was I actually led worship at a Christian conference about 2 weeks ago called Beauty Arise, and it's part of YWAM. It was run and is part of YWAM, or Youth with a Mission, here in Los Angeles in Sylmar. And my friend Jessica Hover here on YouTube, and then a couple other YouTube friends, Carly Christman and Grace, I never know how to say her last name, Villarreal, did I do that, Grace? We'll find out. We all came to this conference, and then there were other amazing women that were there as well, but we spoke at the conference, and then like I said, I got to lead worship, and it is not only my first time ever attempting to like lead worship. I led it with a friend, by the way. His name is Simon, and really he led it. Like he led 95% of it, and I led like 5% of it. But I came up and yeah, I played songs on the piano and sang, and it was the first time I've ever played and sang piano in public. I've only done it on my Instagram and then the one video here on my YouTube channel, basically in the privacy of my own room. I've never done it in public with people, and it was so cool because not only did it feel like, it almost felt like tithe in a sense, which to those of you who do not know what tithe means, tithe is a word out of the Bible which means 10, and it's something that my husband and I practice, if that's the right word to use, where we give 10%, and this is kind of like something, I guess it's not a commandment, it's not one of the 10 commandments, but it's something that when I got married to Dan, he was like, this is really important for our marriage, to give the first 10% of our income back to the church. And it's, yeah, basically it's something that's in the Bible. So it felt like me doing that, like my first time playing in front of people, having it be in church, in worship, and giving that to God and doing that in community felt very symbolic to me. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. You walk upon the waters, wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. It was just so cool, and it makes me just, I don't know, it made me really even more excited for Nashville, because I'm like, all right, this was it. And I just am so appreciative that I had the opportunity. Thank you, Jess, for believing in me. If you're watching this, that you, I don't know, like I was literally terrified, and I was praying the night before. I was like, God, just please help me not be so bad that I'm distracting. Like that's all I wanted. I was like, I just don't want to distract people from what they're there to listen to, do, worship, everything. I don't want them to be like, oh my God, this girl's so bad. You get what I mean. I could elaborate, but you get my point. So that was definitely another favorite, was leading worship at Beauty Arise. And if you want to see that, that is on my vlog channel as well, and I'll link that down below too. All right, so my next favorite is something I discovered when I was at the Beauty Arise conference, and that is a company, a clothing line actually, called Passport to Freedom. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that the call of my life, if we're gonna make it a dramatic phrasing, is to fight slavery, is to fight human trafficking. Actually, someone I met recently, they referred to themselves as an abolitionist, and I low-key was like, I kind of want to take that for myself. Yeah, human trafficking is like the cause of my life. That's what I care about. And Passport to Freedom had a booth set up at the Beauty Arise conference. And it was really cool, and it's amazing how small the world is, because the woman that started that company, she's still helping, like a part of running the company, but she actually just like hired a new CEO for that company because she left to go work at Zoe Children's Homes, which is the company or the organization that we have raised money for together, one of the two organizations we've raised money for together to fight human trafficking. So she's now working at this organization that we have been supporting for like 6.5 years. Crazy. Anyways, I haven't even explained what Passport to Freedom is. It is a clothing line that this woman, Hannah, started, where 100% of the profits goes towards fighting human trafficking. How amazing is that? I literally did a full shopping spree at the booth when I was there. Not only is this stuff super cute, super comfy, it's all made in America, which I really like, not only because I'm living in America, but also because I know that, you know that the standards of the clothing shops, or at least I think, are good standards. So I just feel like all around it's a good situation. And it's just really exciting that you can buy something and you know, like, wow, like I get to rep this company. It's super cute. Hannah is so cute. It's crazy. And then 100% goes back to fighting something that is so horrible that everyone on the planet has got to be against. Apparently not everyone on the planet is against it, or there wouldn't still be slaves anymore, but all of us watching are against it. So I'm gonna link her site down below. You should check it out, and if you're looking for any new clothing pieces, oh my gosh, I got the cutest gray sweater, long cardigan, but it's short sleeved, kind of like this, and it's just basic and gray and long, and I can wear it over, like I wore it the other day. Oh, I'll put the Instagram picture here. I have my romper on that's like a little too short for comfort, and especially if I'm gonna be like sitting and jumping and like what, I don't know. You know, you wear clothes for different occasions. Anyways, I was able to wear this cardigan over it, and it covered my butt, and it just made the whole thing cute, a little more modest, and yeah, I'm just... Passport to Freedom. I love that brand. Okay, so next up are my favorite oily oils of the month. To those of you that don't know, I haven't really advertised this because I'm not really like fully doing it yet, and I'm kind of still being introduced to the whole line, but I'm technically a Young Living rep. If you don't know what Young Living is an oil company, and really they're more of a lifestyle company now. So they make oils. They started with oils that are really pure and just high grade oils, and now they're doing lifestyle products as well that I've been using a lot of lately, like shampoos, conditioners, wipes, like disinfectant, all of that kind of stuff. So the thing that I'm really big on though are the oils. And also, just so you know, I got into this because my sister is like a full-on Young Living rep, and I had been using doTERRA before that, and I liked doTERRA, but once my sister got into Young Living, obviously I was like, well, I'm not like loyal to one oil company, like I'll give it a try. So I started trying some of her oils, bought from her. Next thing you know, I'm such an oil fanatic that I signed up under her. So that's kind of the gist. I've explained that before. So the oils that I have been obsessed with this month, the first one, I know I repeat this all the time, but let me just say it again, lavender. Guys, I just placed a huge order yesterday. Well, huge is dramatic. I bought 4 bottles of lavender oil yesterday because I've officially decided I use it so much. I need to have a bottle of lavender in my kitchen. Let me explain to you why. one in my bathroom area because I might be using it as I'm getting ready. I might be using it like to just make the whole room smell amazing. One by my bed because I like sprinkling it in my bed. It really does help promote a deeper sleep. And then I like one in my makeup bag to carry along with me as I'm going throughout the day for whatever. Whether I want to put it on myself, I'm stressing out, breathe some lavender oil. I love it. So lavender always. The next one is called Purification. Now I've had Purification for a little bit and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. And this month I have been using Purification in the shower. So our shower gets very steamy. We have like a built-in steam room type thing in the shower. It's kind of hard to explain, like a little board over the door. And so it'll get kind of like gross in there. Lately I've been taking Purification and just sprinkling it all over the shower. It makes my shower not only smell amazing, but smell pure. Like that is such a great word for that product, purification, because it's really awesome. It just smells really pure. Last two will tie together. I've also been equally obsessed, and I think this has been for a while, with my grapefruit oil. Literally smells amazing. And then my citrus fresh, I think that's what it's called, also smells amazing. I am all about the citrus, bright smelling scents around the house because I think it not only helps to kind of lift your mood and make you a little perkier, but it keeps everything nice and fresh smelling and not musky and like, I don't know, man. I just notice a huge difference when I'm diffusing oils versus when I'm not. If I go out of town, this is kind of gross, and maybe this is something about my house, but if I go out of town and someone else is watching my house, I notice when I get back, like, no one was here leaving the windows open and diffusing oils. Like there's such a big difference in the feel, the weight, the scent of my home when I'm opening my windows and diffusing oils versus when it's not. I just notice. All right, so my favorite blush of the month is actually the blush that I'm wearing, and this is by The Balm, and it's called, what is it called again? I actually literally forgot the name of what this blush is called, but this is what I'm wearing. And I love it. I think it's gonna be so beautiful through fall. And if you have my skin color or hair color, any skin color, hair color, whatever, but I just think on mine, it looks really beautiful. This like plummy, rosy color. And yeah, I just think it's gonna be just a really beautiful color for the rest of the year, and I'm obsessed. Next up, random, but my Spanish app. So here's the deal, guys. Just like how I knew for a long time I need to learn how to play the piano, like I need to do this. Another thing that I have known for a very long time that I need to do one day is learn how to speak Spanish. That is something that I've said forever. Like, I have to do this one day. I just know I'm supposed to learn Spanish. So I've had the Duolingo app on my phone, and I've tried it, I've dabbled in it, and it's whatever. It's okay. It's good. It's a good app. Honestly, my top preference would be to just have a Spanish tutor because I always learn better with people, like everything that I'm doing. But I have decided in this last month that I am going to daily check in and do my homework on my phone. And the app that I am using is the Rosetta Stone app. Now, Rosetta Stone is like the OG how to learn a language program, and the person that told me about this was actually another attendee at the Beauty Arise conference. She was like, yeah, Rosetta Stone has an app now, and you do have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for lesson one, which lesson one alone, honestly, you could review it and do it over and over and over. So they give you lessons for free, but if you want to advance or buy the whole thing, I think it's literally like $200, but I'm not even there yet because I'm trying to just understand all of lesson one, like pat. So I'll like review it, and then I'll walk around in my life and I'm like, la mujeres bebe. And I'll just like practice and point to things and say it. Like, el niño come. I don't even know if I said it right, but I'm practicing. I always whip out one sentence that sounds like I understand how to speak Spanish and I don't. Yo quiero un vaso de agua, por favor. Then that, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I'm gonna learn. So if you are looking to learn another language, which I literally couldn't be more jealous of people who speak like 3 or 4 languages, but I look at that and I'm like, why are you jealous, Nikki? Hard work got them there. Start working harder. So I'm trying. So let's all pray for Nikki. I want to be decently fluent in Spanish in 2 years. I've made plenty of other goals on the internet I haven't met, but pray for Nikki. All right, and last but not least, I'm gonna tell you guys my 2 favorite songs of the month. Okay, the first one, spoiler alert, definitely gonna cover this when I get to Nashville with people, In the Blood by John Mayer. Oh my gosh. If you haven't heard it yet, it is so brilliant, and when you hear that song, you're like, this is why John Mayer is everything John Mayer is. Like, the music is great, the rhythm is great, the lyrics are my favorite part. It's such a beautiful song, and it can have so much meaning if you want it to have so much meaning. It's one of those kind of songs you can attach a lot of meaning to it, and you're just like, yes, John. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to cover that. I know I'm gonna cover it when I get to Nashville. So that's actually, side note favorite, that's something I'm really excited about. I think it's gonna be so easy to do music with people in Nashville because I think so many people can do things on the fly and are willing to do fun things. So I'm hoping to just be able to like do covers and make music all the time, and then work on my EP, and then obviously still be doing everything that I'm doing on here, but just adding to it. I'm excited. Anyways, that's my first favorite song. Second favorite song of the month, not as necessarily deep. Dan and I have had a good little chuckle over it. No offense if you're watching, because it really is a great song, Carly. But Carly Pearce, Every Little Thing. Really good. Here's what I think makes that song good. And when I say Dan and I are laughing, it's because Dan will joke about like when, you know, like there's a joke of women remembering every little detail. Like, back in 2002 when you said this to me, you hurt my feelings. So we joke like, I remember every little thing. But the reason I think the song is good, and he does too, is it's got such a catchy chorus. Like, the way that the notes climb and fall is just really like, you find yourself walking around and like, every little the shine, the sting, every little thing. You find yourself walking around doing that. So it's a really great song. Go Carly Pearce. I hope I'm gonna meet you in Nashville. I probably will. I feel like the whole town is so small. I'm probably just gonna run into everyone everywhere. That's something Dan and I keep talking about. We're like, we're gonna run into the same people all the time because Nashville is so much smaller than out here. Anyways, last thing before I go, I just wanted to address Tea Talk to you guys. The plan is, when I get out there, to do more Tea Talks with people, because I'm going to be able to get back into the cadence of things, set up my life. This has been, like I said, this move has been like 6 months just in the making of like coming to a decision and figuring everything out. Like I said, go watch the Why I'm Moving to Nashville story or video. But I am going to be doing Tea Talks in Nashville. I have a lot of people lined up that I'm really excited to have a conversation with and have them share their stories with you guys. So to those of you that have mentioned that you like Tea Talks, I know Tea Talk isn't like the thing of my channel, but I know a lot of you guys really like it, and I really like it. So those are coming back. But that is it, guys. I hope that you liked today's video. Chilling in my backyard. Bye, backyard. It's really sad. Also, I'm going to be doing a giveaway now to those of you that made it all the way to the end. So check the info box for all of the rules and all of that, how you can enter to win this giveaway. This is really just like a thank you for everything. Random video giveaway. I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you all very soon. All right, bye guys.